Hello there, Pisces. My name's Frankie, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient, medium, and an empath. And this reading's going to be for Pisces for August of 2017. Can't believe how fast this year's going by. After last year, I didn't think that one was ever going to end. Well, I got a couple announcements to make for us before I start the reading, and that the first one's that I made a prayer class on basic prayer, and it's for manifestation, the way to pray for manifestation and prayers to elevate your vibration. I thought it would help those of us that are just starting to develop these clairsenses, and for those of us that have been in this for a long time, was hoping it could take us back to where we started from so that we could help others, so we could go backwards too and help others from where they're starting from, because it becomes our nature or second nature to do this work. I know for me, I've been doing it 28 years, and really difficult to go back to the beginning where you start from before you really trust yourself. And I think a lot of us right now really need to develop these senses, because times are changing, and it's about time we got it together for our own selves. And I hope that it'll help you. It should be ready in about all the way ready in about a month to 6 weeks. It might be a little sooner, but I'm not sure. And the other announcement I have is Spirit gave me a message on July the 15th. They told me it's a message for all of us, so I'm going to deliver it to all of us for this month, and it was about the eclipses. But I believe it started probably in July. I'm doing these around the 20th or so of the month, but I think that probably that last, new moon in July was going to be around the 23rd. I think maybe it started then. It's about the eclipse though. They said August 7th is a full moon lunar eclipse in Aquarius, and at 1:11 Eastern Standard Time, PM. And I thought that's excellent. That's like the portal for going through into spirit. Excellent, excellent. And the other one is our light shining our way. I thought, well, that's good. And the next one's August 21st, and it's a new moon solar eclipse in Leo at 1:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And what they said and what they impressed on me was, I have a very strong feeling that we all should really pay attention to our finances and be really extra careful in situations where someone else could have control of your money, like retirement funds, any accounts where someone else is handling your funds, your finances. So I'm assuming they mean like investment accounts, but the more I thought about it, it felt like any account where someone else's name is on it with you. Some of us don't have others, or a partner that we share accounts with. We have other friend or relative that's on the account with us. And then the more I thought everybody has their money in banks and credit unions. But what they were saying was to pay attention to it, to make sure that money's not being mismanaged, in some way, or there may be mistakes, or maybe investments that are being made aren't appropriate. So they kind of gave us a heads up with this. Now, this eclipse is going to cross the U.S. and no other country. It just goes like kind of no other nation. It's just like right across us. I think it affects the UK. I heard someone talking a few days ago, and they said it affected the UK slightly also. Well, I believe and feel this is going to affect people's emotions in a very extreme way. A lot of us will or can feel discombobulated. They actually said that word, I wrote it, or disordered in some manner. Have you ever felt any angry for no discernible or justifiable reason? Or maybe your anger is really justified, and you surprised even yourself at how strongly you reacted. This is the feeling Spirit wanted us to understand. It's a wonderful time for dynamic change, even with the undercurrent. I was given the feeling that the best thing we can all do is understand that the words we speak, the thoughts we hold in our minds, carry a great deal of weight at this time. So remember, when we're communicating, how powerful it'll be and how much strength these words will carry. So choose them very carefully, and our impact will be great and for the good of all. And they asked us to take a deep breath and a pause before we speak, that we may always use our words in a peaceful manner. That's good advice at any time, Pisces. Well, Pisces, I've pulled 4 cards for us for the month. I'm going to use the bottom card on the deck for overall view. We'll get an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully pull everything together. Now, because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I'll speak as if I'm you during the reading. So all of us at this time are all Pisces by the name of Frankie for the time of this reading. I don't think these cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll probably blend in and out throughout the month for us, like as in a theme. Now, I'd advise you to look at your moon and rising sign, like I always do. You'll get a bigger overall perspective, and maybe one of those will resonate more for you. Now, I'm not an astrologer, so I looked up the astrology for us for the month. It's going to be in our 6th house, and that's health considerations and diet, efforts to help others with their problems, all of our matters concerning dependence and pets and relations with superiors and co-workers, and I believe it said aunts and uncles. This is the house where your work and your health get affected together. So that, if you want more astrology, and I think it might be wise for all of us to do that this month, because I go look at Verush because of the way Spirit talked to me. But I go look at Verush, Veroosh. She does astrology with the cards, and it's simplified. And I'm starting to learn a little bit, which shocks me after all these years. Trust me. Anyhow, Pisces, we have some words here before we start, and they're surrender. That's an odd word, and I understand why when I pulled these cards. Surrender, gratitude, celebration, relaxation, and delight. And I thought, delight, that's a wonderful word, because I think we just might need that. So, because this guy's been showing up a lot, Pisces, really sorry, but we got the 7 of Wands here, or rods. This is rods in this deck is what they call it, but this 7 is someone who stands up and defends their self in spite of everything else. So this is our bottom card on the deck. And when we get this card, it shows us, though, we have strength inside of us that we never thought we had as Pisces. We were like, maybe some of us are very shy, go hide in the background. Well, this guy's saying that we don't have to. And we will, it's what it's saying, we will make it through, no matter what. So if anyone still opposes us, and I think that might be part of our celebration word anyhow, if anyone opposes us, we have the skill and the strength and the determination to overcome it. So Pisces, this is going to be a very interesting month. One thing I have to say for sure with this guy, he's got that stick in his hand and he's on the top of the hill, Pisces. So remember that if anything gets rocking and rolling this month, because this is determined effort to win out. Now, these are general readings. Maybe there's somebody with the other cards I'm looking at here that, maybe they're fighting for our love, or maybe we are fighting for someone else's love, or maybe we have to defend ourselves in love. This can be in the workplace. These are general readings. Maybe we are going to have to stand up for ourselves. in the workplace. You know, it would do well for us if we're accepting like a lower role, you know, for a short period of time. But, you know, there's a difference between being willing to help others and serve others and doing it at the cost of ourselves, you know. So I don't know where this is going to come down for each one of us, but it'll end up coming down there. So with this there, put on your best foot forward. If it, you know, put on the fancy duds, straighten it up, and if you have to defend yourself, Pisces, you can do it this month, you know, but we have that word surrender. If it's something that's no longer worth it for us, put down the stick and walk away. Just because we have that word surrender. Be grateful that you did if that was the right time. But don't back off if your position, you feel, if I feel, this is how I gotta say, if I feel I am right, I can pull things out from inside of me that I never knew I had before. So Pisces, if it calls for that, we're capable of it this month. Because our first card here is the Empress. Now that's unbelievable, Pisces. So if this is, the Empress can mean pregnancy. You know, maybe for some of us, maybe we were fighting with our boyfriend, girlfriend, and ended up pregnant. And if you don't want to end up pregnant, you know what to do, Pisces. But the Empress can also be a strong, powerful woman. A woman of authority that stands in their own, and this can be male or female, actually, because these are general readings. So if we're standing up for ourselves, right, and we have the Empress, we are that person of power and authority for this month. So, you know, with her in there, and she can be fresh starts, new beginnings too, in old relationships or in new. Perhaps we're going to celebrate something new, or perhaps with the way these cards are laying here, I think we've been through a lot, and it's about time that she came forward for us, because she could be a new relationship, you know, a new job, a fresh new beginning, new birth within entrepreneurship for those of us that, you know, maybe we finally just said enough's enough and we're going to go it on our own because we have the skills and we can stand up for our own self. Maybe we're going to start a new business. I can't say for sure for each and every one of us because these are general readings. But I got to tell you, our next card's the Justice card, and that's two major arcanas in a row. And with this Justice card here and that word surrender together, this card would show me that in all situations we should consider others' viewpoints also, not for any other reason than the reason to be fair and just, right? And that to me means, because they said to us to be willing to help and serve, but not to the point where we would harm ourselves, right? Willing to stand up for ourselves. This shows that justice will prevail. So maybe some of us had to give it up and we're going through a divorce. This is going to be on our side. And we're going to have a fresh new start, a new beginning. With the Justice card, we can finally relax, you know. If it is a legal battle, and we can't all of us Pisces be going through legal turmoil at the same time, but if it is, it shows that we will come out on the winning side because we have this 7 here and we can stand up for ourselves, and therefore justice will be served because we have a fresh new start, new beginning. So this shows also, just remember, a person that can stand up within their own. Stand up within their own. The Empress is sure of herself. The Empress is the one that knows her talents, knows her skills. She is the fresh start. She is the new beginning. She or he. You can relax knowing that if it is legal things, maybe you are getting a divorce, justice will be on our side. But with her, what it also says is, don't be fighting, don't be bickering over things. If you have to defend yourself, defend yourself. See and notice at all times others' viewpoints. Take them into consideration, and be grateful that you can. Because with the Justice card, it shows you can weigh things out, and you're capable of it. That will benefit everyone in the long run. Because the next thing we have here is the Knight of Cups. And this is a messenger card. See, he has little wings on his head. And on the wings of light. Anyhow, he's bringing us a good message. He can bring us a message of love. He can bring us a good message, because these are general readings about a promotion at work, something to celebrate. He could be, for us, he or she, because it's a general reading, could be someone professing their love for us. Or it could be maybe our child is telling us, guess what, I'm in love and I'm getting married, It's an excellent card to have in here, because once again, it's a good message. So with that Justice card, maybe defending ourselves, he brings us this good message. Sometimes with him, we have put all of our emotions into this cup. And so it's a situation we're going to pursue no matter what, Pisces, no matter what. This is what we want. But here's the other thing. We just showed up in our own reading. This is a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So it could be us with that good message in our hand. When you show up in your own reading, Pisces, that's a good thing. Because I think a lot of us has been through a lot, because our card here is the Three of Swords. I absolutely don't like this card, because it's a card usually means betrayal, separation. Sometimes someone came in and there's a third party that caused all this upset. This can even be like in a friendship, Maybe one person's talking behind the other one's back, And we had to go through all this, and we gave it up. Or marriage, where the husband, wife, partner, boyfriend, girlfriend was cheating. And it just absolutely broke our heart. Maybe that's why we're standing there with this 7. But all I know, Pisces, is we have the Empress, which is fresh start. We have Justice on our side. We can defend ourselves. These are lessons learned, and the new message that is coming to us is just cause to celebrate. So there's our last word, Pisces. Be delighted, because it's going to be an excellent time. Just don't be fighting for absolutely no reason, because it never gets us anywhere. If you have to defend yourself, defend yourself. Don't sit back in the corner, crying and boo-hooing, so like I've been neglected, or whatever because of this Three of Swords. We're worth more than that, Pisces. We're worth more than that. So don't let everybody else's problems pull us down, right? If we're surrendering something, surrender that. Live in everyone else's life except our own. It's really be advisable. Maybe that, boy, Pisces, I don't know what's going on with us this month, because you're never going to believe our angel card. I've never pulled this one before. I think that's happened about 3 times this month. The eclipse stuff must be serious. Some of us might be going through a divorce, and being that strong-willed person that can stand up for themselves and knows their stuff, and through the Justice and that Knight of Cups coming in there and the Three of Swords maybe finally made us stand up for ourselves. This is, our card is new partner. So maybe some of us are getting a divorce, and in comes the Knight of Cups, the knight on the white horse in shining armor to come and pick us up and throw over your shoulder and whisk you off into the sunset, Pisces. Wow, this can mean work too, this new partner. Or maybe that if that Empress means entrepreneurship, you know, I might be bringing a partner in, or the new partner could be something that they're pairing me up with at work too. Still, remember, it's cause for celebration, so be grateful. Whatever we had to surrender, right, is a good thing. It says, a chance meeting is no mistake. It's divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. Any new people. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. That's really interesting, isn't it? That is really interesting. I'm glad you pulled that. That's quite a fascinating card there. Can't even find it in the book because I've never seen it before. It says, the angels have given you this card as a signal that someone new has or is about to enter your life as an answer to your prayers. Will it be a partner in business, friendship, or romantic sense? Don't go looking for him or her, as it's going to happen naturally. When you meet this individual, be open to divine guidance, which will direct you both in loving and magical ways. The additional meanings are, you've met or soon will meet your soulmate. Allow other people to help you instead of trying to do all your things alone. Consult an expert. Well, the Empress is an expert too. Your prayer is being answered through other people. Or a new pet is coming to your life. That's all pretty cool, Pisces. Works for me. That is odd reading, but the way they keep saying is, pay attention to that celebration. Be grateful, relax into it, and because you've deserved it, Pisces, you've deserved it. It's pretty exciting. What did they tell us? Don't be fighting with other people. And not to take on everybody else's burden. We're Pisces, we're a water sign. A lot of times we'll do that. Somebody brings us a problem, right? And a lot of times, and I know I'm guilty of this, I defend everybody else in the world before I defend myself. They're saying we're not supposed to do that this month, Pisces. This is going to be an exciting time, huh? Well, Pisces, that's our reading for August, and I want to tell you all thank you for all of your likes, shares, subscribes, and your comments. I read each and every one, and I really appreciate them. I don't get a lot of time to write y'all back, but I want you to know I read every one, and I do really thank you for them. And to anybody that wants to know more about me, or just Neb, all the information's at the website. And anybody, if you want to set an appointment with me, all the information is there to schedule an appointment. And to all of you that I've met through doing these YouTube videos, and to everybody I've met through 28 years of doing this work, I want to tell you all, thank you. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve you. And hopefully I will be back here next month. Bye-bye.